They're just some things they don't tell you about pregnancy, and we're going to talk about them in this video. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Onajite, and this video is part of the motherhood series on my channel. And today we're talking about 5 things they do not tell you about pregnancy. First things first, pregnancy sucks. Okay, I'm kidding. No, I'm not kidding. Okay, let's talk about it. I have 3 kids, and being pregnant each of the 3 times was completely different. Some worse than others. The first thing they don't tell you about pregnancy, which I'm sure you've heard, no 2 pregnancies are the same. I looked very different in all 3 of my pregnancies. Usually they will tell you that girls steal your beauty, and then if you're pregnant with a boy, you look more beautiful. I don't know. What do you think? So my first pregnancy, I was pretty fit before I got pregnant, so I thought I was going to have a very easy breezy pregnancy. I didn't have any nausea or throwing up or nothing like that. I did have terrible migraines throughout. And in pregnancy, it's difficult to take over-the-counter medicine because a lot of them could be dangerous for you and dangerous for the baby. I had to use natural remedies to relieve the headaches, and it was 3 months of pure terror. Second and third trimester was fine, and then we got to delivery. Second thing they don't tell you about pregnancy, medication. There are some medicines, in fact, a lot of medication you should not be taking as a pregnant woman. You should always reach out to your physician, to your doctor, gynecologist, whoever it is you're seeing, and ask them about the medication before taking it. You should read the labels. Even after they've spoken to you, read the labels, be double sure for yourself that the medication you're about to take is safe for you and safe for the baby. You might be in a lot of pain or discomfort and not able to check, and have your partner or someone else who is trusted check for you. Even medication that might be prescription or something you've taken your whole life, you need to be careful. You need to double check. The body is very different in pregnancy, so make sure you do your due diligence before you take any medication. The third thing they don't tell you about pregnancy is that your body will change. Now, this might look obvious, but trust me, it doesn't feel obvious. You could literally look in the mirror and not recognize the face of the person staring back at you, but your body will change in ways that you never imagined it could during pregnancy. There are people who look the same, we just have a cute tiny bump. Yeah, I was never that person. I remember when I was 5 months pregnant with my first child, and 5 months is around the time when your bump becomes more visible. Your clothes can no longer hide it per se. We were supposed to go for an event. I just took it for granted that I had this jumpsuit that was nice and flowy and it would fit. So I didn't try it the night before or even the morning of. And I didn't get ready early because I felt, yeah, I'll just throw that on and put on some makeup and go. Big mistake. I tried to get into the jumpsuit. It did not fit. My legs got in. It didn't fit over my bump. I sat down on my bed in my bedroom and I cried hot tears. My husband felt so helpless. He didn't know what to do. I honestly didn't expect that I had grown that big and I didn't have maternity clothes. It was at that time I realized how important it is to invest in maternity clothes, and that's when I started to buy at 5 months pregnant. Don't be like me. Please do your maternity shopping way earlier, preferably when you're in your first trimester or even beforehand, so that when your body starts to expand, you already have comfortable and cute clothes that you can fit into, and not the tents that you would have to buy when you're already 5 months gone. Yeah, I said tents. The next thing they don't tell you about pregnancy is breastfeeding. So it's technically not pregnancy, but the process for breastfeeding actually starts when you're still pregnant. In your second trimester, the breasts start to prepare to feed your baby. Basically, the body starts to prepare to breastfeed your baby from the second trimester. In third trimester, it really ramps up. And there are people who already start to produce milk from the 37th or 38th week, which is towards the end of the pregnancy. You should prepare for breastfeeding, do your research if that is the route you decide to take. If it's not and you want to formula feed your baby, that's perfectly fine. Also do your research. What kind of formula do you want to get? What kind of bottles do you want to use? If you're breastfeeding, what kind of pump do you want to use? Do you have breastfeeding friendly tops? Yeah, they sell those online. I didn't know until I had my baby and I was breastfeeding already. Don't get distracted by buying pink clothes or blue clothes or green or whatever colors you want to buy. Do your research. Find out about breastfeeding, find out about bottle feeding, find out about pumping, how to actually attach the pump to your body and extract milk. It's a process. It's not as easy as it looks. How do you latch your baby? How do you position your baby? Do you have a nursing pillow? Do you need one? What kind of support do you have for how you want to feed your baby? Unfortunately, there's still a lot of stigma around mothers who decide to formula feed or who are not able to produce enough milk for their babies. I thought it was going to be a breeze. It was not. It was painful. And I went into postpartum depression because of it. I was able to catalog my experience, everything I wish I knew and everything I wish I had prepared for in breastfeeding in a book. I'm going to put the link in the description. Check it out and let that be the beginning of your research into the world of breastfeeding. And finally, the fifth thing they don't tell you, which you should prepare for, is that the baby is going to come out somehow. Whether you choose to have a vaginal birth or a cesarean section, both are perfectly fine. The important thing is to have a healthy baby and a healthy and happy mommy at the end of the delivery. This is also research that I failed to do with my first pregnancy, but with my second and third, I made sure I didn't make the same mistake. I carefully chose the hospital I wanted to use for my second and third babies. I made sure I went there beforehand. I checked out the emergency room. I asked questions about what the procedure was if I came into the hospital in labor or if I wanted to schedule a section. I asked about how many people would be in the theater with me. I asked about the anesthesiologist. I asked about epidural. I asked about aftercare. How many days would I be required to stay in the hospital? Would my husband be able to stay with me? Or would someone from my family be able to stay with me at the hospital? Would I get food? What kind of food would I get? I asked questions about everything, and you should too. If you have your partner with you and he's able to follow you for all the antenatal appointments, perfect. Make sure you ask questions. And if your intuition is not comfortable with any of the answers to the questions, change your doctor, change your gynecologist, change your hospital or provider immediately. It's very important that you're 100% comfortable with where you're going to have your baby. These are 5 things I wish I knew before I got pregnant. I learned them the hard way, and hopefully after listening to all this, you don't have to. Thank you for watching till the end. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions or if you have experienced things that you honestly didn't know or expect during pregnancy, leave them in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. Come back for more tips on motherhood, pregnancy, postpartum, delivery, breastfeeding, and of course, productivity and self-improvement.